Good afternoon, children. Today we are going to complete this lesson, the Great Indian Desert and the Southern Plateau. Day before yesterday we learned about our Indian desert. Where it is situated? It is located in the west side of India. Okay, this is a rough picture of India. It is India, and here it is Rajasthan. This state is the largest state of India. The largest state of India is Rajasthan. In this Rajasthan, it gets very less rainfall, scarcity of water. Here there is no water, there is no rainfall. The land will become very loose and desolate area of sand. This desolate area of sand is called a desert. In Rajasthan, this type of land we can find, that is a desert area. It is a very largest, and it is one and only desert in our India. It is the Great Indian Desert, and it is called as the Thar Desert. Thar Desert. In this place, the climate is very harsh. The days are very hot and long, and the nights are very cool. Why? Because the heat of the sun, the sand receive very quickly the heat of the sun, and it receives the coolness at night. Then the days are very hot and the nights are very cool in this desert. Once again I am repeating this lesson, okay children? And here the small hills of sand will be formed by the blowing wind. When the wind will blow, the sand will be flow from one place to another place, and they are forming as the small hills of sand. Small hills of sand, those are called sand dunes. Okay, and where the water comes under the earth surface, in the form of spring in the desert area, those are called as oases. There only some greenery will be grown in this desert area. The green lush area in the desert with water is called an oasis. Okay, and one more is, and how is the life? It is very harsh, and the people who move from one place to another place, they can only lead the life in the desert for few days. Those people are called a nomad. Those people are called nomads. Okay, they move from one place to another. In search of food, and as well as food for them, as well as their cattle also. They are called a nomads. Okay, this is about the desert. And one more is the Southern Plateau. Southern Plateau. A plateau is an area of flat land that is higher than the land surrounding it. It is naturally it has grown, and it is also called a tableland. The plateau is a higher land. It can be naturally formed than the surrounding. It looks like a table. Then it is called a tableland. The location of extent. The location and extent of the Southern Plateau is from the south of northern plains to the south of India at the end of the Kanyakumari. It has extended from the south of northern plains. The south of northern plains, here is the northern plains, here is the Himalayas, and the south of northern plains to the Kanyakumari, the end point of India, the Kanyakumari, it has extended. The most part of India has been covered with plateaus. Okay children, yesterday we learned this, no? And the southern plateau means most of the plateau has located in the South India. It is called as southern plateau. It is in the shape of, looks like a triangle shape. And the southern plateau has been divided into two parts by the Narmada river. One is Central Highlands, and one more is the Chota Nagpur Plateau. One is the Central Highlands and one more is the Deccan Plateau. The Narmada river dividing this flowing Narmada river. This river is dividing this southern plateau into two parts. One is Central Highland and one more is Deccan Plateau. Okay children, and this Central Highland consists of Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. And this Deccan Plateau. This Deccan Plateau is in the Deccan Plateau. So many rivers are flowing, and these are forming a lot of. Here it is in the Deccan Plateau, not very high hilly region. It is not a very hilly region. Most of the rivers flow forming as waterfalls. The Jogfall waterfall is very important waterfall of India. It is located in Karnataka. It is flowing. It is formed in Karnataka, which is in Deccan Plateau. Jog Falls is the famous waterfall. It is in Karnataka, which is in the Deccan Plateau. And so where the rivers, big rivers are there, so many dams has been constructed to store the rainwater. And it will be used when the shortage of water we need. In the shortage of water, this dam water can be used. So many dams has been built on the rivers. Mettur Dam on the Kaveri river. Mettur Dam on the Kaveri river. Hirakud Dam on Mahanadi, and Nagarjuna Sagar Dam has been built on the Krishna river. Most of the rivers from the southern plateau like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri flow eastwards. Eastward, here it is Bay of Bengal. Here it is Bay of Bengal. Most of the rivers from the Deccan Plateau flowing from west to east. Why? Because the land of India just sloped down towards the east. Then like Mahanadi, Kaveri, Krishna and Godavari, these rivers flow from west to east and they are joining to the Bay of Bengal. And only two rivers, those are mixing into Arabian Sea. They are joining with Arabian Sea. Those rivers are Narmada and Tapi. These rivers are flowing from here, and those are joining with Arabian Sea. The rivers of the south are fed by rain. The rivers of the south, the rivers in the Deccan Plateau, the rivers in the southern plateau are fed by rain. Not like these rivers, Satlaj and Yamuna, and these rivers are fed by the water, the melting snow of Himalayas. But in the southern plateau, the rivers of the southern plateau fed by the only rainwater. When we get more rain, the rivers can get water. Otherwise, it will become as dry rivers. and which the rivers are always water throughout the year. Those rivers are called perennial rivers. They are. And what is the importance of the Plateau region? What is the importance? Plateau region. Most of the people in the Plateau region are farmers. Most of the people in the Plateau region are farmers. The black soil in this Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau, in the Malwa Plateau there is a lot of black soil. It is very good for growing groundnut, sugarcane as well as oilseeds also. It is very good for growing crops, and as well as Chota Nagpur Plateau also rich in minerals just like mica, coal, iron. Okay na? These most of the people in the Plateau region are farmers. The black soil is good for cotton and oilseeds. Groundnut, rice, sugarcane, wheat, etc. are also grown here. There are thick forests in the northeastern part of Plateau. Northeastern this side. Most of the thick forest in the northeastern part of Plateau and in the western Ghats. These are the western Ghats. These are the western Ghats and these are the eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats. And here groundnut, rice, sugarcane, wheat, etc. the farmers can grow in the Plateau region. And also there are thick forests in the northeastern part of Plateau and in the western Ghats which provide valuable forest products. If there is a forest, we can get valuable forest things from the forest. There are also large coffee, tea, pepper, rubber estates in Nilgiri Hills. Here Nilgiri Hills, Aravali Hills, Vindhya Hills and so many hilly region. This is the southern Plateau is a hilly region. Nilgiri Hills are very important. We can get from the Nilgiri Hills coffee, tea, pepper and rubber. Coffee telusu, tea ante telusu, pepper ante miryalu, rubber estates. Estates totally unnai, not trees, pedda pedda totalu. Tea, coffee and pepper and rubber estates. Pedda pedda estates ante ekaralu kalpi estates. The southern plateau are rich in minerals. The southern plateaus are rich in minerals. There are rich deposits of minerals like mica, iron, coal and gold. Gold also one of the great metal. We can get these metals from this. The southern plateau are very rich in minerals. What we can get from here? Coal, iron, steel, mica. Mica also it is very useful mineral and gold. In the Kolar gold mines, Karnataka. It is in Karnataka. There is a gold mines. It is a Kolar. Kolar gold mines are very famous in Karnataka. And in Madhya Pradesh, the Panna is very famous for diamond. These are the southern plateau is very important for rich minerals like mica, iron, coal, gold. These are the very rich in southern plateau. We can get the gold from Kolar gold mines and it is in Karnataka, and Panna in Madhya Pradesh is very rich in diamond mineral, and we almost the most gold supplied by the Kolar gold mines from Karnataka all over the India. I think it is clear about this lesson. Okay children, whatever, and the Deccan Plateau is the largest part of the southern plateau. The Deccan Plateau. The southern plateau has been divided into two parts, Central and Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau is the largest part of southern plateau, and which is the famous waterfalls of India. Jog Falls, the famous waterfalls of India, which is located in Karnataka, and which is a famous gold mines, Kolar gold mines. It is also in Karnataka, and Panna in Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh lo Panna is very important for diamond. And what are the dams here we learn in this lesson? Mettu Dam on the river of Kaveri, and Hirakud Dam across the river of Mahanadi. Nagarjuna Sagar Dam has been built on the Krishna river. These are the famous dams. And what is the use of dams? When the shortage of water, the water from the dams we can get it and we can use it for the irrigation and for the field irrigation and as well as the field also by through the canals. ఇప్పుడు మా కాలువలకు వాటర్ పంపిస్తుంటారు కదా, ఎక్కడి నుండి? ఈ డ్యామ్లలో వాటర్ స్టోర్ చేసి వెన్ ఎవర్ వి నీడ్ ఓపెన్ ద డిఫరెంట్ కెనాల్స్ టు సప్లై ద వాటర్ టు ద ఫీల్డ్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ irrigation. It is very useful to produce hydroelectricity. Dams are very useful to produce hydroelectricity. What is hydroelectricity? The electricity which is produced by the force of flowing water from the dam is called a hydroelectricity. It is very useful. And let us go through let us revise. A desert is an area covered with sand with very little vegetation and receives very little or no rainfall. India has a huge desert to the southwest of the northern plains. It is called the Great Indian Desert and the Thar Desert. The desert faces extreme type of climate. Small hills of sand called sand dunes are formed in desert. A greenish area in desert is called an oasis. Camel is called the ship of the desert. The only river that drains into the Thar Desert is Luni. A plateau is also called the tableland. The southern plateaus are divided into the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. I think it is understood this lesson. And we go through the summative and formative assessment. Tick the correct option. The desert was formed mainly due to the low rainfall, heavy soil erosion. Both A and B, none of this. Both A and B. Because of low rainfall and heavy soil erosion. And what is greenish area in a desert called? Dust storm, sand dune, oasis, none of this. Greenish area, I think it is oasis. Which river flows in the Thar Desert? The river Luni. The river Luni. Answer the following. What is a desert? Describe the climate and vegetation of a desert. What are sand dunes? Describe the southern plateau. Describe the features of the southern plateau. Okay, children? And Cbhs. Fill in the blanks. Cbhs, page number 26. Cbhs. First one, dash. The dash is the largest part of the southern plateau, which is Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau. And in this southern plateau, two parts is there, no? Among these two parts, Deccan Plateau is the largest part of the southern plateau. And the dash in Karnataka supply almost the entire gold produced in India. Kolar gold mines from Karnataka. Kolar gold mines. Kolar gold mines in Karnataka. Okay? And it hardly dash in the desert. What we can get very hardly? The rain. It hardly rain. Okay, na? And many people in desert lead a dash life. Permanent life? No. Nomadic life means the people who move from one place to another place. They cannot live for permanent for year. No. They live only for few days. Those people are called nomads. They lead a nomadic life. And the southern plateaus are bordered by the hilly region are called the southern plateau. The south of northern plains, the southern plateau is located. The southern plateau bordered by the west side the western Ghats, east side the eastern Ghats. The southern plateau has bordered by the eastern Ghats and the western Ghats. On the east and west side of the India, by the southern plateau bordered by the hilly region called Ghats. If textbook is there, you can copy all those things, ma. Otherwise, you can copy the fill in the blanks and whatever you can understand from this lesson, you can copy in your rough notes. Okay? Okay. Once again, I will repeat. India has been divided into 5 main physical features. First one is the northern mountains. Second one northern plains. Third one Rajasthan. And fourth one the southern plateau and the great Indian desert and the southern plateau. The great Indian desert is located in Rajasthan in this lesson. And the southern plateau, the most of India has been covered with the southern plateau. South India, most south part of India has been covered with the southern plateau. And the southern plateau has been divided into two by the Narmada river. One is Central Highland and one more is the Deccan Plateau. In the Central Highland consists of Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Malwa Plateau is very rich in black soil. It is very good for growing groundnut, sugarcane as well as oilseeds. And this Central Highlands, this Deccan Plateau is very famous for jog falls, very famous for waterfalls. In this Deccan Plateau, the famous waterfall of India is it is Jog Fall in Karnataka, and it is very famous for gold mines, Kolar gold mines. Almost all the gold will be supplied from the Kolar gold mines, which is located in which is there in the Karnataka. It is in the Deccan Plateau. And okay children, it is the southern plateau bordered by the hilly region called Ghats, Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. And these so many rivers are flowing from west to east direction. They are joining in the Bay of Bengal because the direction of this India is just tilt towards the east. Then so many rivers are joining with Bay of Bengal. The only two rivers which are flowing from this southern plateau, those rivers Narmada and Tapi, these only two are joining with Arabian Sea. And the southern plateau is very rich in minerals like mica, iron, coal, gold. Okay children, is it clear up to here? And these are the fill in the blanks: Deccan Plateau, Kolar gold mines, rains, nomadic life, Ghats. As well as it is a just copy in your book. And one more part remained. What is that? In the next chapter, in the next session, we can learn about the remaining part of India. Which is remained? Already we learned this Himalayan mountains and the northern plains and the Rajasthan Thar desert. And now we are completed about the southern plateau, and the remaining this part only remained, which is called as the Ghats, the eastern Ghats on the east, western Ghats on the west. Then we can complete all the physical features of India. What are the main physical features of India? First one is the northern mountains, second one the northern plains, third one the great Indian desert, and the fourth one the southern plateau, and the remaining part of India is the eastern and western Ghats and coastal areas. We learn in this lesson in the next section. Okay children, is it clear? We are completed now fourth lesson. Thank you very much. to listening my class children. Thank you. Have a happy Dasara holidays.